Example of how your following your authority in human design will always align you with the best case scenario that is meant for you. I don't know if y'all remember, a few weeks ago I had posted that my lease ends at the end of this month, and I was stressing about having a place to stay before I leave for Europe in mid-September. I wasn't feeling like my sacral wasn't giving me a yes for any of the options I was presented with. A friend reached out and was like, oh, you could stay at my place, like I won't be there. I was like, okay, perfect. That didn't work out. I didn't feel good to my sacral. Like it just felt like a hesitation. It felt like, don't act on any of these things. And it didn't make sense to my mind of like, okay, why am I not excited about any of these options that are presented to me? I got this splenic hit, I have a defined spleen, to ask my landlords about extending my lease, and they just said yes. So I don't have to move now for at least 2.5 more weeks. It was gonna end up being this weekend, which was really just not feeling good. Like my whole body wanted to like constrict when I thought about having to move this weekend and doing all the things to be able to do that. Securing the storage unit, securing the movers, like it just felt like a no. My whole body was like, no, don't do that. Don't act on it. And I didn't understand why until I got that intuitive hit and I talked to my landlords, and it took them a couple days to get back to me, but they just did. And we're like, yeah, that works for us. If that works for you, like you can stay until the middle of September until you leave for Europe. And I'm just like, thank you, sacral authority. Like every single time, it always leads me to what is meant for me and the way that it is meant for me and the divine timing that it is meant for me. And when I tell y'all, all you got to do to align with your highest potential and purpose is follow your authority in human design. That's literally what I mean. Like this is a perfect example of it. It takes a lot of trusting in that process. It takes a lot of silencing the mental chatter of like, oh my God, what if they say no? What if I can't extend my lease? And then I literally only have 3 days to figure it out. Blah, 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 blah. But the mind is not where we should be making the decisions from. That's why you have an authority that is literally your decision maker. And trusting in it takes practice. It takes experimentation. Like even yesterday I was getting nervous. I was like, what if they don't approve me extending my lease? What if they like want me out of here? Like, all of the what ifs. But at the end of the day, I have learned over the years to trust in my sacral authority and in what my sacral is telling me about things. As much as the mind still wants to come in with that ridiculous chatter and nonsense, I know to trust in my body's feeling. And so again, that takes practice, it takes experimentation, but the more you do it, the easier it gets.